Bro, look at that. My Switch is dead. While I replace this, I want to give this a good analogy because while I was thinking about this idea, I kind of thought that it would be a good analogy for my example and why I'm doing this. But sometimes I feel like people have these friend groups where they don't really, they just keep them around because, you know, they're childhood friends or they've known each other for a while. Yeah, this is the keyboard, by the way. This is what I'm replacing, the A and D keys. Anyways, I just wanted to put some analogies into it. The best way I could describe it is like, you can't keep these bad switches, you know. I'm trying to play CSGO. I'm trying to be good, you know. I'm trying to be a good teammate. And I keep noticing that whenever I play, that the D key isn't working, so I can't jiggle peek properly. I can't properly play in the game's mechanics, and it's not responsive, so it messes me up all the time. And then the same way that the switches are bad, and I know they're bad for me, even though I know it's expensive, it's not even that expensive to get switches, but I just don't want to because I don't want to waste money. You don't have to constantly think about, yeah, well, I'm not going to get it because it's too expensive. I'm not going to get that friend out of the friend group because it's too expensive, you know, it's too costly. I feel like I'm going to lose too much. When in reality, you know, you're the most knowledgeable person there, that you know it's just not good for you. First brown switch gone. But I just wanted to remind you, if you're ever in that scenario, like, you're not bad for wanting new friends or better friends. You shouldn't feel bad and, you know, that you're being selfish or something. You know that it's bad for you. So why are you continuing to just let this person run all over you and do bad things and influence you in a bad way? And maybe you have tried that you know, you told them, hey, you know, I don't like this behavior, or hey, you know, like, I don't feel comfortable with you doing all this stuff. Brand new switches, by the way. But I believe if something's bad and it's holding you back, and you know you've tried to, like, you know, express that that message that you don't agree with what they're doing, and they don't seem like they're changing, or they don't seem like they're doing anything to try and be better, then you deserve a lot better. I'm scared of this now. I want to make sure I'm putting it in correctly. And in the same way that I'm scared to put these switches in the wrong way. Oh, I think it worked. Sometimes it can be scary to find new friends and try something new, you know? But I think it is way better than just sticking to those toxic people in your life. Sometimes those people are very toxic, and if you continue to just let them run all over you over and over and over, it's just not healthy. And, you know, maybe it is true that there is a possibility that me switching out these keys could be, you know, manufactured not properly. They could be a little malfunctioning. They could be malfunctioning. But giving it a try is always better than just sticking with the old keys that are just definitely not good for me, you know? I had a lot of people in my life that I just didn't like, and, you know, they would have, like, racist tendencies, and, you know the classics, you know, like, we always make the jokes, and then jokes turn a little personal, and then, you know, you're not allowed to be offended by a joke because then you're just being soft. But in reality, for me, I was just one of the people that wanted to just be real to myself, and I wanted to just say, hey, man, I don't think that's cool. And, like, you know, if they didn't feel like they wanted to change, then I can't force them, but I won't deal with it anymore, you know? Life is short, you know? You can't waste too much time on people that are not for you. You gotta be true to yourself, and you gotta realize that it is your life, and you can choose who you can surround yourself by, and you can be the real you. I think we're often like, when we think of those friends, like childhood and everything, we're also connected out of guilt and history and the fear of being alone again, right? Like, you could have other friends, but that friend has been there for so long, and it feels like you lose all those good memories. But in fact, you're supposed to realize that the current memories are not what it used to be, and the current state of it is bad, and the current state of it is ruining your day-to-day life. And times like that toxic friendship or toxic relationship or whatever it is, you should have to agree to yourself and allow yourself that truth to separate with that person and not be with that person anymore. I like to think that most people think of it as a loyalty kind of thing, right? Because like, you gotta be there for your homie, you gotta be there for your girl, you gotta be there for your family, like. But the only thing you owe is loyalty to yourself. That's the only thing you owe. Nothing can beat your loyalty to yourself. Nothing can beat being true to yourself. If someone is doing you dirty, if someone is doing you bad things, if someone is doing you straight up wrong things, but your brain is lying to you and it's saying, oh, that's okay because, oh, it's okay because it's just one time thing. It's okay because it's just they're having a bad day. No, man, if it's making you feel bad, you have to realize that it feels bad, and you gotta have a talk about it so that it doesn't repeat again. You have to have some sort of discussion, because if all you do is ignore the behavior or try not to judge people, sometimes judgment is a good thing because it encourages growth, it encourages healthy relationships, it encourages so many positive things that you need to be able to teach someone. You need to be able to point out those things, because then if they don't know it's bad too, they won't learn from it. But aside from that, once you've already crossed that boundary of trying to help them and trying to improve the friendship or relationship, and it's bad for you, you have to cut it off. No matter how hard it is, you have to cut it off. For your own sake, for your own sense of being, you need to cut it off. And I think people, like, whenever they think of walking away from someone or distancing themselves from someone, it doesn't mean you hate the person. It doesn't mean that you don't like them anymore, or like you have some sort of like story about them that you tell about everyone, and you're like, oh, I really hate this person and what they did or whatever. Like, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be that way, but breaking off a bridge is a good thing and can be just healthy. It can be like, you could just be honest about it and tell them, like, I just don't think this is good for me anymore, and I want to know that I have this respect with you, but I'm not gonna interact with this behavior anymore, and I want to be there for myself. It could be like that too. I feel like it's always negative, though. It's always seen as something negative or something that is selfish, a selfish behavior, when it really isn't. Walking away isn't revenge. It isn't negative. It's a sense of self-healing. It's something that is just, it is required for a path to feel like you're fulfilled, feel like you truly can choose someone again. That's what's so, like, positive about moving schools sometimes, because when I was in elementary, I was there for like the whole 8 years or whatever, what is it, 12, I don't remember how long. I was there for almost all of those years, but then I moved to a new school just before graduation, and I got sad because, like, I didn't get to graduate with my childhood friends with elementary, right? But the positive thing from that was going into a new high school in a new school board where I don't know any of these people. Nobody knows my story. I used to wear glasses, actually. I used to wear glasses, and everyone thought of this nerd kid with glasses. And if I took it off, I would look so different and people would judge me. But when I went to this new high school, I loved that nobody knew me. I had my hair down. I had my glasses on. Glasses took them off. It was like, and I could wear anything I want. It's so like refreshing to like know that you can choose again. And I feel like people often think that once you choose your friends or you choose like your pathway, you can't deter from it. You have to like keep up this image of the same image of yourself, when it's not true at all. Same way as me uploading to YouTube right now, I could turn into a gaming channel. I could turn into, like a promotion channel, like a YouTube, promoting how to get better views and stuff like that. But obviously I don't want that, and I do enjoy the mental health videos, but it doesn't mean that I need to hold my character just because I've already started a thing on YouTube. That doesn't mean I can't change and I can't try something new. You can always change your ways. I don't think you should hold on to habits, because often in case when you go through life, you learn more and you get educated more and you know what's worse for you and better for you. So you should be able to change in that way. And relationships, friendships, those are the things that are critical in your life, and you should be able to swap out people and get on to new things. But yeah, now it's fixed up. Nice. So now it's smooth. Deep, 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 deep. Okay, but good. Good. Now I can DA. Everything's smooth. It's nice. Okay. But yeah, always remember that you can switch out people like that, just like that. I always switched out these bad switches. Hey man, it feels so much better, trust me. You just always know that you can do that. You don't have to hold on to habits. You don't have to hold on to your old personality or whoever you are. Just start new, start whatever. Like, you can choose whatever you want to do. But I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.